What's going on, guys? UCF, they're planning to go up to the mountains of Liberty and hire Jamey Chadwell. Whew. Jamey Chadwell, one of my favorite coaches to watch. I mean, he was all the way back at Greenville University in Greenville, South Carolina with Willy Korn, and Willy Korn was a great quarterback at Burns High School in Duncan, South Carolina. So all Jamey does is win, and I mean, you guys saw with Coach Freeze. Coach Freeze was up there in Lynchburg, and now he got an SEC job. And what I'm sure that Chadwell, I'm sure he loves Liberty. He loves that it's a Christian university. He loves the values of Liberty University. But let's face it, Liberty University, even if you go 10-2, people are just going to look and say, your schedule, you don't play anybody. So there's no real upside, unfortunately. And I even know a couple of people over at Liberty, and, they go 10-2 or 9-3, and I think that Chadwell wants to win at the highest level. I mean, this guy grew up a Tennessee Volunteer fan. He's from North Tennessee. He's like, I'm ready to roll. And, the great part about Chadwell is, Chadwell, he can party in Myrtle Beach, or he could be totally cozy and comfortable in a place like Lynchburg. So he's adaptable. And UCF, Orlando, that's different than Lynchburg. Orlando's a very big city. Orlando's, Disney World. It's a lot of outward fun. It's a huge university. It's a big kind of party school. So we talk about Central Florida and Liberty, and it's different. But Chadwell, again, he's a chameleon. He can go in any sort of environment and thrive. And Charleston Southern, when he took over at Charleston Southern, they barely had any sort of funding at all. It was incredibly dire, and I say that in the most polite way I can possibly say that. When Chadwell, I believe it was around 2015, when he had to go to Charleston Southern, that place was incredibly tough to build up. And he did it, right? He did it. And, man, it's exciting. I mean, what he had with Chad Staggs, Isaiah Likely was out there at Coastal Carolina. Jeffrey Gunter was a big-time player. They also had another D-line recruit that got drafted in the third round. Willy Korn kind of runs this really fun, option, old-school Nebraska offense, but with passing concepts. And Grayson McCall enjoyed his best seasons with Jamey Chadwell. I believe, Willy Korn's going to come with, and again, Willy Korn, just one of my favorites to watch. I mean, Willy Korn was a legend at Burns High School. Willy Korn was a Clemson starting quarterback way back when Dabo first got the job. So, this is exciting. He's going to bring with him really good coaches, and I love the move of Chadwell going to UCF. And again, the guy's won at every level, and he deserves a chance to be in a Power 4 league. And I'm excited to see what he does. And then again, with him recruiting players in Florida, okay, UCF has great funding. I believe that they can get right back to the Scott Frost days at UCF. All right. And the athletic director there, I guess it was former guy like Danny White, but now the new athletic director that's come in the last couple of years. So UCF, I mean, they were smart to be on Josh Heupel before Josh Heupel was a real star at Tennessee. All right. And they were fine. And then Dylan Gabriel was there, Mackenzie Milton. So it's been a place that has had some real success. All right. And in the Big 12, you're seeing Arizona State come in and win. You're seeing SMU and the ACC come in there and win. Jamey Chadwell can go right out there. He could compete. He could compete immediately. So I'm so on board with it. Again, you could talk to anybody that is close to me. I've liked Jamey Chadwell a lot. I say that I like a lot of coaches, and I do. But Chadwell and Myrtle Beach, and when they first beat Kansas to go on that legendary run, when they beat Zach Wilson, when they played so physical, and those guys were getting after Zach Wilson and BYU that year. The Coastal Carolina, the mullets, the parties, the wrestling themed celebrations. Like, that was really fun, Chadwell. And then he went up to Liberty. First year was great. He got Caden Salter. But unfortunately, the nature of college football, you're going to sometimes forget about Liberty because they play in a smaller conference. And again, they don't have a lot of upside. Like, you can win 9 or 10 games at Liberty, but people will roll their eyes and say, look at their schedule. It's kind of like how Washington State is viewed right now. So again, I'm happy for Jamey, and let's see him at UCF. And I think that this is an A+ hire.